Tonight, the United States drops the mother of all bombs. It obliterated an ISIL target in Afghanistan and sent a warning to North Korea. A 15-year-old boy shot in the head as he slept. Braden Dillon died in hospital. His murder, a likely payback for another killing. Tens of thousands mark the holiest day on the Christian calendar. Church leaders say Easter is about hope. But don't forget the seafood feast. And how little Tom turned bath time into one huge fuss. But this time getting him into the tub was the least of his parents' problems.
This is 10 Eyewitness News, first at 5, with Sandra Sully.
Good evening. First tonight, it is known as the mother of all bombs, the United States' most powerful non-nuclear weapon. And Donald Trump just dropped it on Islamic State fighters in Afghanistan. It is the first time that weapon has ever been used and is the superpower's second major military operation in just a week. But experts are concerned that the escalating tensions won't stop there and North Korea could well be next. Here's Daniel Sutton. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad says that claims that he ordered a chemical weapons attack on civilians are a fabrication, and even questioned if any children were killed in the horrific attack. In an interview at his palace in the country's capital, Assad claimed that reports on what took place are not credible because the region is under the control of a branch of al-Qaeda. President Assad also says his army has given up all its chemical weapons and that Syrian military firepower has not been affected by the US strike. Homicide detectives have been called in after a man was found dead in a unit block in Melbourne's southeast. It is unclear how he died, but he appears to have suffered traumatic injuries. A woman is believed to have made the gruesome discovery this morning while walking to work. The unit block has been in lockdown for most of the day while police piece together what happened. Good Friday is a time for reflection, and today at churches across the country, thousands of people did just that. The faithful pause to mark the death of Jesus Christ ahead of Easter Sunday, when they celebrate his resurrection. And as Joel Crean reports, crowds were as big as ever for the annual services. Well, families across the country have kickstarted their long weekends in fine fashion, with thousands tucking into a traditional feast of seafood. That, of course, meant schools of fish-hungry punters made their way to markets to snap up the freshest fare on offer. Here's Gia Laux. Stay with us after the break here on 10. The lengths hospitals are going to protect themselves from ice addicts. Toxic firefighting foam pollutes a Brisbane waterway. Plus how this creepy crawly could help our health. And the biggest sign yet of life beyond Earth. Welcome back to 10 News. Drug-affected hospital patients are being put into induced comas to stop them attacking staff and emergency workers. The desperate practices used to subdue violent patients shines further light on the impact of the ice crisis. Staff at Melbourne hospitals have been attacked, spat on and even sprayed with blood by patients gripped by drug-fuelled psychoses. The Australasian College of Emergency Medicine is calling for secure rooms to be installed in all emergency wards around the country to help better protect staff. More than 50 new species of spider have been discovered in Cape York in remote North Queensland. It is an especially exciting find for researchers who say further investigation of some of the crawling critters could lead to advances in medicine. Phoebe Bowden reports. Not I. Joining us now for an update on all the weather details, it's Amanda Hart. And Amanda, it was a pretty fine Good Friday for most of the country.
Sandra, besides the odd coastal shower in the east and some showers in the top end, it was a pretty lovely day across the country. There's a broad area of cloud across the Kimberley region and the north as well, while southerly winds are producing areas of low cloud along the south coast of Australia. Now, the showers in the top end are being caused by the monsoon trough. There's also a weak tropical low off the WA coast, but that's not expected to turn into a cyclone. There's also a low pressure trough in the west, which is expected to deepen tomorrow and on Sunday. And in the east, it's moist onshore winds that are bringing the odd shower or two to the coast, while a high pressure ridge over southern WA and South Australia is bringing mostly fine conditions. Around the country today, it was partly cloudy in Brisbane, sunny in Sydney, cloudy with a possible light shower in Melbourne this evening, mostly sunny in Adelaide, and a lovely warm day in Perth. Tomorrow, another partly cloudy day in Brisbane, a possible morning shower in Sydney, partly cloudy in Melbourne and mostly sunny in Adelaide and partly cloudy in Perth. Sandra, I'll be back with more Easter weather later in the bulletin.
Thanks, Amanda. I'll see you then. Up next here on 10 News, how we're keeping alive the spirit of Anzac, plus a terrifying moment in an Arizona barbershop, and the new garden fit for the People's Princess. Welcome back. In the Christian tradition, Easter is a time to remember the death of Jesus and his resurrection. So it seems fitting that an exhibition commemorating our soldiers' sacrifice opens this weekend. The Spirit of Anzac experience has been travelling around Australia and has now reached its final location. Melinda Nusafora has this preview. 15 years after Midnight Oil called it a day, the legendary Aussie band has returned, kicking off its world reunion tour with a blistering pub gig in Sydney last night. And if the rave reviews are anything to go by, the 1,500 lucky ticket holders, all drawn by ballot, found the power and the passion is just as strong as ever. The band's marathon tour will now travel to North America, Europe and New Zealand before playing a final show in Sydney in October. After the break here on 10 News, we'll update all the day's top stories, plus how pinching a hot chip has come back to bite one man, and the delicate operation to free a curious toddler.
On the 40th anniversary of Star Wars, Studio 10 brings you a once-in-a-lifetime event with the stars.
You know, people have been anticipating this for a long time.
Plus, find out what's in store for the brand new film. Studio 10 to see what all the fuss is about. 8:30 Monday.
Tonight's top stories here on 10, and the United States has launched its second major military operation in just a week, this time targeting Islamic State militants in Afghanistan. But experts fear North Korea could be next on Donald Trump's hit list. The homicide squad is searching for a gunman who broke into a Sydney home and shot a teenager in the head as he slept. The 15-year-old victim died in hospital. Police believe the shooting was payback for a recent murder. And tens of thousands of Christians have paused to mark the death of Jesus Christ and are using this Easter weekend as a time for reflection. It's also a time when families come together to enjoy a seafood meal, and there was plenty of that on offer today. Well, a man has been shot dead by police during a vehicle stop in the Perth Hills. Police say the officers were forced to open fire after the 29-year-old victim threatened them with a stolen shotgun. Claire Durrell has more. To the news and sport now with Matt Burke and Matt. North Melbourne and the Western Bulldogs face off in an historic clash.
That's right, Sandra, they do. Good evening. It's the first AFL fixture on Good Friday. We'll bring you all the highlights after the break. Jake Stringer was all ears and looking to get the hop on the Kangaroos in the Easter special. Also, the Rabbitohs looking for a gladiatorial effort in their Coliseum as they face off against the Bulldogs. And it's another Campbell 1-2 in the 50 metres freestyle. But who takes out the national title?
News delivered differently. The Project 6:30 tonight.
Good evening. North Melbourne is justifying its 30-year push for Good Friday football, leading the reigning premiers by 11 points at half-time. Roos forward Ben Brown slotted 2 goals, while the Dogs licked their wounds after Tom Boyd left the field with a suspected fractured eye socket. And talk about getting your pants pulled down. Well, Englishman James Heath took it upon himself after finding the drink on the European tour in Morocco. And we heard he was playing a game of skins at the time, but he ended up missing that par putt as well. But he can streak away without play of the day. Too many puns there as well.
You squeezed in as many as you could, and you kept a straight face.
And they weren't his lucky jocks either now.
I didn't help him, so there you go. Yep. Coming up next, Amanda Hart has all the Easter weekend weather details.
Hello. For the first time in 3 years, both Brisbane and Sydney can expect a fairly dry Easter weekend. While there is the chance of some slight showers this evening in Brisbane and in Sydney tomorrow morning, there won't be more than a couple of millimetres. Most of the other capitals should be dry for the Easter bunny as well. Now today there was a broad area of cloud across the Kimberley region and the north as well. It brought a few showers and the odd storm, and any showers along the east coast should clear by the afternoon. In Queensland tomorrow, heavy showers and storms for northern parts. It should be fairly dry inland though. Winds should be light and temperatures should be fairly warm. 30 degrees in Cairns and Townsville, 26 on the Sunshine Coast, and it will be a little bit cooler in Toowoomba though. A partly cloudy day in Brisbane tomorrow, similar conditions on Easter Sunday and 26, and mostly sunny on Monday with light winds. In WA, gusty winds and storms in the north and northwest, possible storms showers in southern and central areas, and in the Territory, showers and storms across the north, warm and sunny in the south. Another warm day in Perth tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, cloud clearing on Sunday and mostly sunny on Monday, but a little cooler on 24. And in Darwin, partly cloudy with a possible shower or storm tomorrow, only the slight chance of showers and storms on Sunday, but that'll increase on Monday. Sandra.
Thanks, Amanda. That is 10 News for now. This Good Friday, April 14. I'm Sandra Sully from the team here at 10 News. Thanks for your company. We'll see you same time tomorrow night. Cheers.